The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
What do you think? I redecorated it. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good, good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay then, let's get the show on the road.
Before we start the class trial, do you have any questions for me, Joe?
Yeah, who killed you?
Oh yeah, it was that guy, you know? It was that guy. Who killed Chihiro? Yeah, good question, Joe. I wonder who. You remember in the last trial, there was like the word written in blood? The 11037?
Yeah.
And then like it just turned out Red Leon?
Yeah.
Like from here on out, none of these like clues will give you like literally the answer just like that.
I know.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. That only happens in the first trial. Cause like, when I first played it, I was pretty disappointed. They just like gave out like the name of the criminal, but that's gonna be the last time it ever happens. Like in all 3 games, like that's never gonna happen. You did pretty good with the first class trial, so let's see how you do with this one. Now that like, cause this one you're like pretty clueless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial, so your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then, so first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
Make your argument.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It was a head wound. According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument, but what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? And it wasn't a... Ah, shit. It certainly would make for a powerful weapon! Poor Chihiro. Weapon had to be at the scene of the crime. There was something with a bloodstain on it. Can we agree that the object that dealt the final blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. Jeez, Kyoko. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yeah! Yes, you're creepy!
If you don't mind, I'll proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro?
The culprit is Genocide Jack, I'm sure of it. Case closed as far as I'm concerned. Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's no proof.
Hey, so speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is.
I think Byakuya showed me in the archive. One look at that and anyone would be convinced.
So you see these like these pink words?
Yeah,
Those are the
that's-
white noise, yeah, so if you shoot that instead, it's gonna deflect your truth bullet.
Oh my god, I
You're
keep
so-
fucking missing.
You're so bad.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, fucking finally.
Oh, got it. Oh my god. Here we go.
It's gonna be a long episode.
I might know one reason he could be involved. What? I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. Guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as isn't it? What was something like that do in the library? The why of it is probably more trouble than it is worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder. Oh, that's right, boob lust! What did I just say?
No, it's actually bloodlust.
What did I just say? Oh my god.
Oh.
Unbelievable. But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public. I can't believe they made me say that. Never made public? What the hell is that? Why don't you tell them, you fucking plankton?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body. Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro has most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this, when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in the case is the real Genocide Jack. No fucking way! You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us? Yes. In fact, it's Toko. Why are you reading my line, Joe? Look! Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa. You lie! What?
Hey, okay, wait. Hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes. And no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated? It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right?
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, split personality.
Very good.
What is it? What is this?
It's not SB. Oh no, you're gonna die.
Really?
Oh no. What do you think it spells? Sohi. No. Oh no, you died.
What?
Failed.
Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say.
Uh-oh, have we already come to the end of the debate? Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened.
Oh.
It would appear that one with the most votes is Makoto. However, Makoto is not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else must be punished.
Is this really it for us? Is it all over?
What do you say? Want to give it another shot, Joe?
Yes.
Can't give it
up now.
Yeah, the stakes are pretty low in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, shit.
not shiz. 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 Oh man. Oh, okay, finally. Schizo. Yeah. It's not a very nice way to put it, but
Got it.
yeah.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality? How about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then when she woke up.
I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted.
The world has a front and back, a top bidding and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds totally different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure! That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared!
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission. Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah, how can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No, what she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What? What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said as long as you're here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I am sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't Genocide Jack have control ever again. You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but
your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. Huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Well, hello there. Isn't it me for you're hoping to see? What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill. What the fuck is this?
Toko! What happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. What happened is a textbook split personality. So, what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know? Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in depths of every truth lies a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is a murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds.
Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society and the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town. Oop, 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 oop.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. I'm just kidding.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there shouldn't be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us. If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory of secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I can't imagine anyone other than you can murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Make your argument. Status of the dead body.
I'm sorry, but I didn't kill anyone. See that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps you've had an alibi that would change things.
Oh, an alibi? Huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murder to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Okay. I have to just focus on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. That should prove that what he said isn't quite right.
Do you know what's wrong?
Huh?
Do you know what's wrong that they're referring to here? Press X. Right. Again, I don't want you like guessing, so.
Yeah, I'm not.
The status of the dead body was the truth bullet. That one, yeah. So it says Chihiro's body had been suspended and her hands been found with some kind of rope. Her fatal injury was a blow to the head.
Oh, I think I know.
What's the issue?
Everything else was with like scissors.
The modus operandi matches completely.
それは違うよ。それは違うよ。
Are the methods of murder actually the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. Huh? How's it any different?
Oh, well, you don't know.
Well then, human garbage, let me tell you.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant, they're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if there's the same Italian restaurant started using a ragu or Chef Boyardee. Trademark. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the genocide Jack cases and this one.
Wait. Oh, what's the two differences? You name one of them. Did you find the other one? The first one was the scissors you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
What's the other one? Do you know?
No. The bloodlust.
Oh, the bloodlust was there, right? It was there. Press X. I want to see if like you could figure this out. Truth bullets. Look at the one that has all the genocide Jack case file. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, they don't have the pictures, unfortunately. Cause try recall. Cause you remember like when he opened the genocide Jack case files, you saw like the scissors and everything.
Yeah.
There's also one other thing that you needed to realize about. Yeah, but unfortunately you can't see it from this scene. Oh, actually, you know what? You could look through this, actually. Look through this thing. See if you could find it. I do want you to figure this out. It's a little bit...
male.
They were male.
They were male.
And what about Chihiro?
Female.
Alright, let's move on.
I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro.
It's because she was her lover.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye right on the money.
What are you talking about? In all the genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuna Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohia, Takeshi Masamue, Yuto Yumejima. There was no end to it. They were all guys?
That's right, the people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men. I can't believe I said it, I'm so embarrassed. The hell is wrong with you? I can't help it, I'm just full throttle boy on boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her!
You almost said his voice with a normal voice. Yeah. Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. It's the absolute reality of the one and only. We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. Let's not all hear there is. It's a different matter entirely, and you're forced to kill in order to survive. Quiet, lowly cur! Lowly cur? I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect. True. That does make some amount of sense. Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell? Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the stool. Any scissors? I don't use just any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Jan, 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 jan.
She's fully equipped. That was my line, Joe.
My bad.
That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or ropes when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot, so rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah, that's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever. Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases.
Who is it, Joe?
Byakuya.
Oh shit.
Byakuya. It's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.